does is it would make it so that you cannot use drones to spy or for weapons in Kansas. So we want to have drones for agriculture. It's going to be very important for that industry. In fact, I think the estimate is an $80 billion industry once we get going. Some of the things that they can do for agriculture right now is amazing with the drones. So what this bill would do is restrict, if you do not have permission to fly over the property, then you could not record or you could not have a weapon on the drone that you're flying over. But if the landowner gives you permission, then you would have permission to fly over and record and do what you need to. The other portion of the bill is it does not allow any chemicals unless it's agriculture chemicals. So we did keep it very agriculture friendly. We don't, drones, you know, we don't want to be spied on. I mean, we want our freedoms, and that's what we're trying to protect here. But so we're trying to put the restrictions from spying and from weapons while allowing agriculture use.
Thank you, Senator. Yeah, I just want to go ahead and mention that I've been told the food, we don't want it to be cold, but I don't want to really disrupt you either. And you will have more time at the end also.
No, that's all I had.
Thank you. Sorry,
I had 3 points.
But I didn't want you to have cold food either.
That's great.
Yes.
Thank you, Mark. Yeah, and that was exactly what was resounding in my head, because I've heard my mom say, "Hey, the food's ready," and then my wife, "Hey, it's getting cold, it's getting cold." So, real quick, I do represent Osawatomie, and it's been a busy session, without a doubt. Lots of interesting things to talk about. Something you guys might talk about at the tables beforehand is the governor's vision, how he introduced all-day kindergarten to us. That's something to talk about, considering finances in the past, where we're at now, and considering the future. Something to talk about, maybe questions you can ask us, because that's something that's out there right now. And also, if you don't know anything about or haven't ever talked about Article 5 at our federal level in the Constitution, it's something also to consider. It's something that's kind of overlooked a lot of times. Google it, look it up. But there's in there something about essentially the states bringing amendments to our federal level. Maybe looking at balanced budget amendment at a federal level that isn't able to happen. There's a possibility that the states can have a convention talk about it and send something like that up. Something I've been working on closely with federal legislators is just it's not even necessarily outlined. It's something to begin to look at in case states do decide to do it. And so something we introduced this week was just kind of how to set up, how to we would send delegates to a constitutional convention of the states, if that would happen. So maybe controversial, maybe not, something to talk about and think about while we're eating, and then ask questions later.
Thank you.
My name is Pat Apple, and I represent the 37th District. For 8 years, I've represented the 12th District. Now Caryn Tyson represents. The 37th District is northern Miami County, Lewisburg, Paola. It's just north of Osawatomie, the southern boundary. 2/3 of my district is in Johnson County, so Gardner, Edgerton, Spring Hill, Stillwell. I've been to Oakland Parkway. So the models in my district, I'll talk a little bit about that later. One thing I want to do is introduce my wife, Debbie. She is faithful and coming to the breakfast she looks forward to this, so we really appreciate the invitation, and she is my barometer when I do things wrong. And if I happen to take a vote that she doesn't agree with in the legislature, she lets me know. So anyway, I appreciate it, and we're going to be married for 6 years in March. So.